Hello, students. In today's class, we'll be talking about types of investment. I've gotten a lot of messages, a lot of DM from my students asking me if it is only real estate that is the kind of investment they can go into. And I said no, there are other types of investment and there are forms of investment too they can actually engage in. But why I stress on real estate is that it is the major investment platform that is transgenerational. It helps you create wealth, it helps you retain wealth. If you trace 95% of billionaires, they are linked to real estate. Their wealth generation and retention is linked to real estate. And that's why I always advise them to go into real estate. But I'll actually run through other forms of investment so you will be aware of other platforms and other forms of investment away from real estate. You can actually make up your mind which of them to go into apart from just real estate. So let's head down into the types of investment. Yeah, basically we have to know what an investment is before we drive down to types of investment. What is an investment? Yeah, who can tell me? What do you understand by the word investment? Um, I would say basically an investment is whatever you put your money into for you to generate ROI. That's return on investment. For you to get return on investment, that's profit. Whatever you put your funds, your money, your energy into to make profit. And note, most investment does not need you to be there. Most investment does not need your physical presence. And we'll also talk about that too. We'll talk about the forms of investment, right? After the types of investment. Okay. So basically, I said an investment is whatever you put your money into, your funds, into whatever you fund that gives you ROI at the end of the day. ROI means return on investment. Return on investment. You call it investment, you call it profit. Yeah, it's the same as profit, professionally called ROI. Yeah. So whatever you put your money into that gives you profit or ROI is called investment. That's what investment is. What is investment? Investment. You might not spell it in full. Investment. Yeah. What is investment? Investment is whatever you put your funds into, your money into, that gives you profit. That's what call we call investment. Now there are different types of investment. Let's go straight into types of investment. Yeah. We have we have types of investment. We have solvent. Solvent. The first type of investment is solvent, and we have insolvent. So we have insolvent, solvent. We have solvent and we have insolvent. What is a solvent investment? A solvent investment is an investment that you do and you get your money as soon as possible, SAP. You get your money anytime you want it. You can make investment today, tomorrow you want your money, you can pull out your phone. Yeah. And insolvent are those investments you make. If you need your money out, your capital, I mean, you might need to wait for a while to pull out your capital from the investment. And I'll give you examples of those. Yeah, I'll give you examples of solvent. Example of solvent investment includes cryptocurrency, forex, foreign exchange, Ponzi schemes. Yeah. So there are also forms of investment. We have crypto here. We have crypto. We have forex as forex, foreign exchange, forex. We have I said something else here. We have Ponzi scheme. People see it as investment too. Ponzi scheme, Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme. NairaBet is under Ponzi scheme. Yeah. So any other peripheral part of Ponzi scheme can also go. But majorly you have crypto, you have forex, you have Ponzi scheme. Yeah. So each of these, if you make your investment into this, you can decide, I don't want to do again, I don't want to do again, and they will give back your money, right? Instantly, they can give you back your money. Yeah. Crypto, you can actually convert your money to USDT and then transfer to Naira. You get your cash. The same with Forex. Yeah, as long as you have a Binance account, you can transfer your money and you get your money back. You can invest today and decide, I don't want to do again. You transfer your money back to your your country currency. Now, that's for solvent investment. We have insolvent investment. These are investments that the money is not in cash, it's not in liquid form. Yeah, liquid and solvent. Yeah, so you can't get your money immediately. For instance, agriculture. If you invest into agriculture, you have agriculture under insolvent agriculture. Yeah. Agriculture, for instance, if you put your money into agriculture, you will need time for the seeds to grow, germinate, and bear fruit. Once you plant, you can't go back there and tell the soil, give me back my money. No, you've already bought the seedling. You've paid people to clear the land. They've planted, you've watered. So the money cannot come back immediately. You might need to wait for like at least 6 months, 6 months to 1 year for this thing to bear fruit, give you your capital, and then yield you profit. Yeah. The next is real estate. Real estate is under insolvent. In case you buy a property, once you buy a property, you bought the property. It can make you rich, but not immediately. It will give you funds, but not immediately. After buying this property and you leave that place, the person that sold the property to you must have used the money for something. If you go back that you have a financial emergency, no one gives you the money. What they can only tell you is that, okay, resell the property and get your money back, or we can help you sell the property, right? And them helping you sell the property, it's like a fleece. You can get a buyer immediately. It can take you 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month, or 2 months for you to get a buyer who will be interested in buying that real estate property, whether a house or a building. Yeah, you might need time to see someone that will buy the property. So these are the things you should consider before going into any form of investment. You should determine if you want to do a solvent liquid investment, or you want to do an insolvent non-liquid investment. Like I described to you, the first one, you can get your money anytime, immediately you do it. The second one, you will need time to get your money back. The difference between the two is that this one is transgenerational. This one you can earn and keep earning from it for life. Once you set up an agricultural farm, your children can come and take over from it. It will still be there for you. Yeah, but this one is not starting. The first one, insolvent. Crypto, some persons will take it as a business, but bro, it is not a business. It's just like let me not use the word gamble, but it's not far from it. Yeah, you can be rich today, and in few hours you're poor. That's the difference. You running a cryptocurrency firm or a forex firm is not different from you running a Ponzi scheme. Money can come today and the same money will disappear in the next 4 hours. Cryptocurrency, forex trading, Ponzi scheme is affected by news. Once a news of a top government official or an investor in that field makes any negative comment about a particular coin, that coin, the value of that coin drops automatically. In case you have maybe you have 4 billion in crypto in any of the coin, I won't mention any coin now. Once any news comes about that coin, it drops from 4 billion naira. You should be talking about maybe 500 million or 200 million according to the value of it drops with. So for me, It's just a temporary form of investment. That's why when they always ask me, you talk about real estate, you talk about agriculture as a major form of investment. Yes, because it lasts and it stands the test of time. If you really want to generate a transgenerational wealth, something that will be there for you now and in the future, I will advise you to go into agriculture and secondly, real estate. 95% of billionaires around the world are linked to real estate. Study all of them. They have relationship with real estate, one relationship or the other to real estate. Now that takes us to, having understood this, it takes us to forms of investment. But in case you need a property in real estate, you want to learn how to set up an agricultural firm, mechanized agricultural firm, you can actually send us a DM and we'll show you how to acquire properties here in Nigeria or any part of the world. Yeah, that's our job. We'll help you set up your real estate firm, real estate company, firm, and whatever. We'll help you set up your agricultural firm right here in Nigeria. Okay. Welcome back to the class. We'll be talking about the forms of investment.